Evening, folks.
This is coming to you from the moon.
The moon.
Woo!
Everything we do would be like slow motion
in space. Woo! Set that over there. You put that one over there.
Oh, okay. We forgot to set a timer, by the way.
I'll go do that.
I'll introduce us. Again, this is, well, you know who we are. If you don't by now, then ask somebody else, because I don't want to go over it right now.
I'm at 9 minutes.
9 minutes. We got 9 minutes, folks. Chop chop.
Alright.
This evening we watched the movie.
A movie.
If you can call it that. The only redeeming
An event.
Yeah. The only redeeming value, personally, is that it's a Bond movie. Because this is quite possibly, other than View to a Kill, which has a redeeming value of both A, a Bond movie, and B, it has Christopher Walken in it. Only other movie I hate worse, a Bond movie I hate worse, is Moonraker. And it was...
I don't know, what about the... No, the one with the newspaper guy.
What?
The newspaper guy.
Oh, Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow.
No, Tomorrow Never Dies. There we go.
What's Day After Tomorrow? That's a Roland Emmerich film where the world gets covered in ice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tomorrow Never Dies is a retarded plot. The guy wants to rule all the newspapers, media, and I'm like... Anyway, this one is, there are two Bond movies that...
Rupert Murdoch. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, there are two Bond movies that cover this story. One is Under the Sea, and then post-Star Wars, they came out one in space. And
Bond in space.
by the way, Space Marines.
Awesome.
Brilliant idea.
Awesome.
I mean...
I hope we really do have Space Marines.
Someday.
Trained with laser beams.
It sounds similar to this.
Like if you were to take like a piece of metal and
Flex it.
Yeah. That's what the laser sounds like.
Yeah, it's funny shit, man. It's good shit. Anyway, guy plans to wipe out all human life, leaving all the animals and plants and everything like that. Repopulate with this superior race, which is
Whatever.
yeah, pretty intense for other things that have passed in our history as humans. But anyway, yeah, he plans to make all these people and repopulate the Earth and basically be a bummer for everybody here.
Yeah.
So
I think he has a God complex too, because he wants to be the lawgiver.
right,
During his big speech,
right,
he talks about how they'll look up and know that there is law in the heavens.
right. Basically, he wants to become God.
Yeah.
Or godlike type person.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what the basic gist. Roger Moore, not our favorite Bond, unfortunately.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, he's really, he doesn't have the witty coolness of Connery, or the lady magnet that Connery had. He doesn't have the hip jiveness, I think, of
Brosnan.
No, I was gonna say Dalton. Dalton's got that.
Yeah, I like
young. I like Dalton too.
I put Dalton and Craig kind of together though.
Oh really?
Yeah, as the same Bond. Honestly, though,
I like Craig better to do than.
This is gonna end up being a lot, I think, about Bond here, but I really like George Lazenby too.
Yeah,
on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Only did one, and
I love him as Bond.
Great, it's a great movie.
Fantastic.
Great movie too. He did all his own stuff.
Yeah.
But he was an ass though. I watched some of the commentary. I don't know.
That's why he got fired.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was he just
Well, he.
a dick.
I guess what I can more or less gather from it is he went to America to do his own promoting, and got into an argument with Albert Broccoli, and Broccoli just said, "I make Bond. You're fired."
That's it. Yeah. You never argue with the person that signed.
Yeah, the executive producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who signed your check. That's general life lesson.
Yeah.
Don't argue with the guy.
I mean,
who's
if they're
or gal
cool,
who signs the
you can
check.
have a conversation, or a discussion perhaps, but don't ever argue.
Yeah, that's badness.
When you get
Always
to
ends with you fired.
Right. If you get to the point where you're arguing, it's just like, okay, and you just go on. Anyway, Moonraker.
Yeah.
A lot of things in this movie. There's a gondola that drives on land and has a flotation.
I know this is my brother's favorite Bond movie, But my God, this thing is awful.
Yeah,
it's a
bad.
travesty.
Yeah.
If it didn't have James Bond,
Attached
this
to
movie would be so forgotten, or would be a cult classic because it's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
The only redeeming, if it wasn't a Bond movie, the only redeeming value is that it is so bad that it would instantly become one of those awful movies that everyone knows.
Yeah. And enjoys
like,
watching for the sake of being bad.
Awful, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, it's so bad that you just it's endearing.
Yeah.
But this movie is so bad that it's not endearing. It's just bad.
Again, I have a code 88. Don't know what to do.
Oh well, I guess you just have to hold it.
To deal with it, yeah, I guess
Deal
so.
with it.
Yeah.
Not hold it as in like gotta go to the bathroom. Code 88 is a different issue.
Different thing.
You're gonna have to 86 that 88.
There we go. That's something for all the restaurant people out there.
Yeah.
86 by 88. There we go. More things about Bond. There were some things that happened, places that he went, jumps in the sea. It's just kind of...
And all the glib little one-liners that are just...
That's Roger Moore, though. That's Roger Moore. It's just like he retorts with these, like, somebody asks questions, like, where did this person go? It's like... You know, it's just like, really? You sound like a 5-year-old. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
You know, and totally, you know, as a young men ourselves, you know, looking to older men as being manly men.
And with this Bond, we're definitely looking at an older man.
Exactly. I mean, James Bond. I mean, this movie is like Roger Moore's always been older.
Yeah, he was an older Bond, but this Roger
nowhere
Moore,
near the quality of like chick magnet. This as Connery, Brosnan. I mean, God. Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I mean, all the rest of them had the chick magnetness, and Roger Moore just does not. He's like an old perv.
Yeah, he is. Like, always comes off as a pervert.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, you're like 80. I mean, come on. Which he's not. I mean, the last Bond that he made, he was
in
ancient.
his 50s.
Well,
because they don't pick anybody to be Bond who's not in their at least late 30s. Because Bond is supposed to be an adult.
This is true.
But
still,
it's just not. This doesn't do it for me.
Favorite line?
Okay, my favorite line from this James Bond is when they're coming through the cable cars and they come across, and Dr. Holly Goodhead looks over to Bond and goes...
By the way, great. That's like an Austin Powers name. Goodhead?
Yeah, Goodhead.
Female doctor, Dr. Goodhead. Goodhead?
Yeah, man, you put the dots together.
You put it all together yourself. We're not going to sit here and
Anyway, she looks to him and he goes, how does it go exactly? Something along the lines of, oh yeah, do you know him? And he goes, no, not socially. His name's Jaws. He kills people.
yeah, we're like...
It's like, I wish someone would look at my profession and go, his name's Armstrong. He kills people. Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. I was in and out in this movie. I don't really have a favorite line, but I'd say it would probably have to do with. There was one real good one at the end.
Was it by the guy, the dude, Drax or
Drax? Xander Drax.
Xander Drax.
No. Oh, I like Jaws' only line.
Only line, yeah. Second movie, only line.
Well, here's to us.
Yeah, here's to us.
Ching.
Ching.
Oh, we got 1 minute.
1 minute. I don't have a favorite line from this movie. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
What do you give it out of 5?
Wow, I give it a 3 because it's James Bond.
Only because it's James Bond. That's
if there were no James Bondness in this movie, I'd give it a 2, which is I don't like it.
Yeah.
But because it's a James Bond, I like it. It fits in with the other ones and it does its thing well.
Yeah. I also give it a 3, pretty much because the camera seems like it's pointing more at me than you.
I don't know. It seems kind of cockeyed too.
That's alright.
Oh, and Katie, yes, we do have fish. If you hear them again this time, perhaps eventually we'll show you the fish.
Did someone ask about fish?
Katie did.
Did they?
Yeah, she said she could hear the water.
Oh yeah, no, we have a leak. A leak in our, we have a continuous leak. It just rains down. No, we have fish. We have Roger and a goldfish and perhaps a loach or two.
Yeah, if they survive.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's it.
Bye. Later. Oh, shit.
It's a bomb!